Welcome back. Ha ha! Seventh grade sampler, PSSA sub, Harriet Chalmers Adams. Yes. Let's say you wanted to do a read aloud version right this very second. You could certainly click on this video. It would take you right there, and you could listen to the dulcet tones of your English teacher read the story to you out loud, if that's where you were at right now. But I'm going to let the video play on and would suggest that the adult presiding over this room do so as well. Drag the purple dot. This is on slide 2. Drag the purple dot to Harriet Chalmers' hat. Where's her hat at? Where's that hat? Is it here? No. It's on here. There it is. It's right on her head there. One of the back in the day photos. Slide 3. Norms to be observed right now. Please follow along with each slide. Those without a computer should sketch, doodle, and mimic in the paragraph packet question or what is happening on the screen. Please put this doodle by the doodle. Slide 4. Suggestions for viewing. This goes for those who are watching over the classroom right now and helping the students out. Number 1, turn it up loud enough so everyone can hear. Number 2, pause the video when prompted, as there may be an opportunity to discuss or clarify the directions and our expectations. Today's musical stopping will be from a video game called Mega Man 3, and the song is from the Snake Man level. It goes like this. Oh my God, just a taste. All right, and the misspelled, put this dog by the misspelled expectations. Do better, Mr. Surface. Slide 5. So in order to mimic and prepare you for your PSSAs, I'm going to drag this green cat here down to continue / tell you that all of this right here that the mouse is encircling, right, that is your PSSA sample, right? It's meant to give you a taste, a digital taste of what the PSSA will feel like. So when you get there, it's like, I'm just going to get an A again. If I do not have a computer, and it's happened to the best of us, I will be taking notes and completing my packet. Yes, indeed. Please put this by completing. Slide 7. This is, the slides are from 5, but this is basically exactly what it'll look like. Switch the highlighter, please, and put it on purple and sign your name. Mr. Surface. Oh, beautiful penmanship. Slide 8. Please put the red fish in the least dirty of the fish bowls, right? This is the do not photograph copier. We'll fine you and $30,000 if you can't pay it, go to jail, this, that, and all the other. Come on, state of Pennsylvania. Slide 9. If you could put this unhappy button down by begin to test, not that the test is intrinsically unhappy, but that button is intrinsically unhappy, and this test will turn that frown the other way around. All right, if you could drag this red triangle over by the pointer there, this is the main tool you'll be using to knock out these PSSAs. Yes, indeed. All right, slide 11. The information in this article prepares you for both the PSSA and to live a more present, fulfilling life. And in this case, a less patriarchal life. Okay, slide 12. So if you could drag this green hashtag over to 1 and 2, look at the little drop-down menu. A great tool. Tells you the different paragraphs and breakdowns, but also, guess what? All the questions that go with it. What a wonderful tool. Slide 13, Baker's Dozen. These were chosen to help you to feel and be as confident as possible for the big state test. Could you please put confident and state in the same dog? Perfect. Now, drag this compass, this green compass over here to this X. This X icon allows you to X out the questions that you know for sure in your heart, your head, your soul, and your hair that are wrong. So a great little tool when you're taking this test online for sure. Slide 15. Focus, everybody. Come on. Computer or not, focus now. Focus. Focus up. Focus, please. All right, focus now. Good work. All right, if you could drag this race car, please, over to this highlighter. What's this highlighter do? Oh, it does what it sounds like. It highlights different parts of the question, whether it's parts of the sentence that's giving you like a sample of what you just read to break down, or Whether it's asking you to get some of the keywords, right? You can use that highlighter all day. Slide 17. Focus, everybody. Focus. Even if you don't have a computer right now, focus, because this is going to be you with a computer when it comes to PSSA time. Focus, please, focus. Slide 18. Drag this yellow highlighter over here to this little pile of post-its, right? And this yellow box will give you another yellow box in which you can put notes in there. And those notes you can come back to later on the test, should you feel the need to revisit and reconsider something that you answered or X'd out or whatever. Focus, everybody. Focus. Slide 19. Focus up. Focus now. Slide 20. Finally, we've been reading with cards this year. We also now have these, and we're going to make a version of it right now. We're going to highlight this blue. Mhm. Then we're going to put a yellow line through, just like our special readers. And you can use those on the packets too. Adults are in charge of them. And if the adult would like to break them out, it's up to you entirely. But you can break out this line by line. And we know that students who use this tend to get, and circle it up here, tend to score 20% higher than students who don't use the line reader. So what's that tell you? Use the line reader. Come on now. Can you imagine missing 20% left of your hand? You'd be missing a whole finger. Ouch. Slide 21. Focus up. Focus. Look at that purple dog. So here's an essential question that can help guide you through this whole article, and that is, how does society shape the experience of an individual? Well, let's take a moment, switch it to highlighter, switch it to yellow, and let's find three big words that help to frame this question. So society is going to involve what? Please find three words that you think might help answer this question. Three big words. Now, I got World, Harriet, Chalmers, and maybe you got Adams. Perhaps you got something different, but you want to now switch over to green. Put a number 2 there for me, because I'd like you to find two medium words that help to answer the question, how does society shape the experience of an individual? Oh, yes. So we've got women, exploration, Harriet, Chalmers, Adams, and world. Now, if you could please switch it over to purple and put a number 2 again. Let's find two little words that help to answer this question. How does society shape the experience of an individual? Do so now, please. Okay, you got me. I love that song, and I highlighted more than two. Sue me. All right. So let's go ahead to slide 23. Jordan, slide it. Drag the red dots over two keywords from the prompt. So let's take them off Harriet, Chalmers, Adams over here. Look at that American over there. And let's go ahead and read this prompt and choose where we're going to put these two red dots. What are the two most important words in this prompt? Let's take a look. In the passage, the author makes the claim that Harriet Chalmers Adams demonstrated women can do anything they want in life, end quote. Write an essay analyzing how the author supports the claim. Use evidence from the passage to support your response. Please drag those two red dots to the two most important parts of this prompt now. Ho, ho, ho. Now, I got analyzing the claim, right? Maybe you got women and do anything they want in life, right? Whichever two you got, we're going to vibe with it because we haven't even read the article yet. So let's get in there now. This is slide 24. We are just going to circle the whole world. We got the whole world in our orange circle here. Boom. And oh my gosh, it turned into a happy face. How about that? So, slide 25. I am suggesting that you read this story once on your own. Now, let's say that's a little tough for the crew right now. Then I would suggest that the adult in the room take you line by line through the story, right? This is the student athlete in packet two. Or I'm sorry, not the student athlete in packet two. This is Harriet Chalmers Adams at the end of the seventh grade packet. Okay? And that seventh grade packet is on my desk if you don't have your computer today. So you could certainly read along with the link here. That would open it up in Schoology for you. Right? There it go. Or you could do a video reading as a class now, right? And it shows you what it looks like on the PSSA. But now is the time to read this article for the first takedown. And of course, you're going to read the article more than once when you take the PSSAs, because reading the article more than once means that you're trying your best, that you know you can't understand something the first time. Just like your English teacher, I've already read it several times and there's video evidence. Okay? So let's take the time now to read the article once through. Please do so now. Ooh-wee. So here's a little bit. If you're computerless, please make similar, if not copies of the notes and the slides in your packet, right? We're thinking about society, for instance, right? The aggregate of people living together in more or less ordered community, public, people, humankind, mankind, humanity. But we're going to put our dog next to this guy so he's less alone. You have a society of a dog, a purple dog. Way to be, bud. All right, 27. Explorer Harriet Chalmers Adams. As we go along, and I'd like you to write this at the top in text, we're going to go on an adjective hunt. Yes, indeed. And we're going to change that to red, right? And we're going to make it bold. No, we're not, but we're going to make it bigger. Adjective hunt. Yes. And we're going to move that to the center like this. And every single time that we see adjectives, we're going to do our best to highlight it. Mr. Surface, won't that be hard to highlight them all? Yes, I'm not going to get them all, okay? But I'm going to get a few, and I'd like you to try to get the same ones I do, and maybe even get a few more, because I think you ought to be smarter than your teacher at the end of the time that they're done teaching you, is the idea. So let's go ahead and listen to Harriet Chalmers Adams. Let's get into this in a big way. Let's get a celebrity guest. Get in here, celebrity guest. Welcome back. We've got a PSSA sampler here, and the story is Explorer Harriet Chalmers Adams. We're going to read the passage about her and then take a look at the question to go with it. Explorer Harriet Chalmers Adams by Darlin Anima. The Pacific Ocean in Santa Cruz, Florida was ice cold on this August day in 1886. 11-year-old Harriet Chalmers felt her body chill as she dived through the waves. She shivered as she plunged her head forward. Her body came parallel with the surface. Whoa! Her right arm cut deep into the dark blue water. Harriet felt exhilaration as she swam. Right, left, her arms maintained a steady movement. Her legs kicked rhythmically. The water no longer felt icy. Steadily she swam to a stationary wooden craft, 250 yards from shore. The raft came closer. She reached out her hand, briefly touching the wooden side. Then she turned and headed back to the beach. Each stroke sped her nearer to shore. The beach was in sight. You did it, Alexander Chalmers. Now, hold on there. We still can't forget about this prompt. Let's take a moment here, all right? Drag these two red dots over to the prompt, right over here, please. And if you could, with a pretty please, drag these two purple dots up here to the Pacific Ocean in Santa Cruz, California. Come on, get them all the way over there. Get them off the planet. Get them up there. Finally, get this orange dot with a pretty please, and you put it on top of this swimmer's swim cap here. All right, so let's read the prompt, and we're going to figure out together, all right, what are two important words for this prompt? In the passage, the author makes the claim that Harriet Chalmers Adams demonstrated women can do anything they want in life. Write an essay analyzing the author supports the claim, how the author supports the claim. Use evidence from the passage to support your response. Please find the two most important words in that prompt now and drag the red dots to them. Now, I went with claim in anything, right? Because it claims that women can do anything they want in life. Perhaps that's true, perhaps it's not, right? Think president, for instance, right? Now, we've got our two possible words. Now, let's look at those green paragraphs up there. Which of the words in those two green paragraphs might help us to answer that prompt, right? Let's take a moment and find those now. I went with exhilaration and plunged. Perhaps you went with stationary and briefly, or shore and beach, right? I like mine just because they characterize her sort of overall, but I've already read the article once, so maybe I'm being a buster here. If you can now take the time to drag the purple, or I'm sorry, the orange dot to a word from the word cloud or a part of the picture that you feel helps to answer this prompt. Yep. Turns out that her smile shows me that she can withstand brutal environments. And that's going to tell me something about how she plunges forward for exhilaration's sake for the rest of her life. So let's go ahead to slide 31. All right, as we read along, you did it, Alexander Chalmers, Harriet's father, shouted as she eased onto the sand. We're somewhere in that sentence there, so please make sure you prepare yourself to be right around here. Let's do it up. Harriet's father shouted as she eased onto the sand. He reached for Harriet's arm, pulling her to an upright position. I told you I could do it, Harriet said. That's my girl. You can do anything you want to do, Alexander said. Harriet looked into her father's eyes. I know it, and I will, she said. Harriet's first feat was announced in her hometown Stockton newspaper the next day. This publicity was her first taste of fame. From the time she could ride a horse, Harriet explored with her father. They rode throughout California's San Joaquin Valley and Sierra Nevada mountains. In 1889, Alexander said, I hear there's a trail along the top of the mountains from the Oregon border to the Mexican border. You want to try it? Of course, Harriet replied. School didn't present a problem for a 14-year-old girl. Harriet and her sister studied at home with private tutors. Harriet and her father traveled over a year. I was an explorer when I was too young to realize it, Harriet later wrote. This sense of challenge and exploration remained with Harriet her entire life. She married Franklin Pierce Adams of Stockton in 1889. It was a perfect match. Both loved to travel. Shortly after their marriage, they visited Mexico, which whetted their appetites for exploration. They were determined to know Latin America as no travelers before had known it. So let's break down that part real quick. We've got the same prompt. Let's drag our two red dots over there. Oh, yeah. Then if you could please drag your two green dots on top of the word I and on top of the word was. And then finally, if you could please put this orange dot between this cartoon explorer and this globe. All right, please move those two red dots to the two most important words in the prompt. Please do so now. All right. Somewhere down there, right? Right in the prompt there. I'm not going to give you every way. That's random right there. All right. Now you need to choose two words from the prompt that help to address, not from the prompt, from the text over here, right? That help to address this prompt over here. Please take the time to find those two important words with the purple dots now. Excellent. And now I'd like you to find a place for that orange dot, either on some part of the picture of the explorer, possibly her husband, Pierce Adams, and possibly somewhere on the word cloud to the right. Take the time to do so now. So, slide 36. Let's go ahead and get back into it. In 1903, turn of the century, baby. In 1903, they began a 3-year odyssey that took them 40,000 miles through Central and South America. Traveling by boat and horseback, they crossed every country. Among her trip memories was ascending EI Misty, a 19,200-foot Peruvian Andes peak. With 3,000 photos and hundreds of experiences, Harriet began a lecture career. She was a lively speaker, enthusiastically telling of exotic lands and peoples, spine-tingling escapes, and hardships along the trail. From a few dollars per lecture in the beginning, she soon made $1,000, an enormous amount in the early 1900s per lecture. Her lectures were enlivened by color slides, the first used professionally in lecture presentations in the Western Hemisphere. These enabled her audiences to view jaguars and monkeys, brilliant colored plants, awesome jungles, and towering peaks. Harriet's wanderlust continued also. Never taking no for an answer, she traveled wherever her dreams led her. She touched all points Christopher Columbus had touched in the New World. Her goal to visit every former Spanish possession in the world was accomplished in 1916. During World War I, she became a war correspondent. The French government allowed her to visit the frontline trenches, the only woman to do so. Harriet continually had narrow escapes during her travels. These included encountering a tribe in the Amazon and having a bridge wash out over a steep ravine in Peru. These gave her lectures and magazine articles a daring quality of adventure rarely told by women. In 1926, she had her greatest challenge. She fell off a cliff while in Spain, shattering some vertebrae in her back. Her doctor told her she would never walk again. For 2 years, she lay rigid in a plaster cast and steel braces. Not only did she walk again, but as soon as she was able to travel, she spent 20 months going around the world. Harriet Chalmers Adams challenged the world of exploration when women were expected to be at home cooking and sewing. She demonstrated women can do anything they want in life if they have the determination and will to do it. In Harriet's words, there is no reason why a woman cannot go wherever a man goes, and further. All that is needed for it, as in all other things, is the driving passion and the love. Now, in the passage, the author... Oh, don't step on my line, sir. So notice how on slide 38 and 37 and 36, right, like all the other slides in the text, we highlighted as many adjective or adjectival words as we could. So on slide 40, let's break down just that last part real quick. Let's move our red dots over to the prompt. Let's move our purple dots above Harriet and Adams. And let's put our orange dot between Women's Month and the globe of this story, rather. All right, first, let's find a place for those 2 red dots. Find the 2 most important words in this prompt right now, please. Excellent. Now, please find the 2 places for these purple dots that help answer this prompt right now. Excellent. Now, please find a home for this orange dot on either the illustrations or the text in the word cloud or above the illustrations. Please do so now. Nice work. Slide 41. If you're computerless, please make similar, if not copies of the notes from your slides into your packet. That packet again on Mr. Surface's desk or up by the front or the lectern. Please make sure you're following along. So once again, we have our passage. In the passage, the author makes the claim, right? That was an important word. That Harriet Chalmers Adams, whose life we now know, demonstrated that women can do anything they want in life. Write an essay analyzing how the author supports the claim. Use evidence from the passage to support your response, right? Please take a moment. Let's find 5 words that we think in purple might correspond with the prompt there on the left. So hopefully you found as many as I did, if not more. Man, what a purple globe. Focus, everybody. Focus. Come on now. Come on. Come on. That PSSA coming. Come on. Slide 44. So this is going to be a breakdown. This is a sample paragraph from a sample TDA that answers the same prompt we've been thinking about so much. That prompt in blue again, and we're going to highlight yellow parts of it. In the passage, the author makes the claim that Harriet Chalmers Adams demonstrated women can do anything they want in life. Write an essay analyzing how the author supports the claim. Use the evidence from the passage to support your response. Let's see what corresponds in their answer, right? Here we have quotes, and it looks like they're integrating the quote into their own question there, right? Not easy. So think of the quote demonstrated how women can do anything they want in life. How does the text demonstrate that? Well, let's find out. The author supports the claim, already 3 words from the prompt, that women can do anything in life. Oh, they got the exact quote. They're really into it. By using Harriet Chalmers Adams' biography to show that women can brave perils like men. And notice, I'm going to highlight that last part blue. Let's take an example and putting that in a topic sentence. Remember, your answer is important to get out there too, and putting it in your topic sentence is important. So either getting it in your topic sentence or the second sentence, but you want that topic sentence to show up. So then let's a quick bit of context. The story opens with Harriet enduring the cold of the Pacific Ocean, but swimming through the effort in the cold. She went on to become an explorer, and she encountered danger. Right, and take a look right here, and we'll put a green box around it. Oh no, walking over a dangerous bridge over rushing waters and rapids. These included encountering a tribe in the Amazon and having a bridge wash out over a steep ravine, Peru. Oh no, the slide of danger. And right, I'm going to switch it over to gray. The slide of danger entertained her audience, but it also showed that women could conquer situations like these too. Ooh, we can do it, ladies. Yes, indeed. Put a circle around those ladies. Adams only showed flowers, then if Harriet Chalmers Adams only showed flowers, then the audience would not experience the thrill she did exploring South America. Her important contributions to helping to lift women up from oppressive stereotypes help support the claim that women can do anything in life, and yes, they can. All right, please take a moment to make your slide look like mine. All right, so switch it over to text real quick. I'm going to shrink this down to medium, and I'm going to go to black once again. And we're going to go with write an essay analyzing how the author supports a claim. The author supports a claim by, and then just describe, right? One of ours, the example paragraph, so that the author supported the claim by showing that they could, encounter the same danger, right? Maybe the other one might be the job. Maybe the other one might be, the novelty of her accomplishments, right? And then we would just repeat that same idea. The author supports the claim by, and just the different ways that the person who wrote the article supports the claim that, women can be anything they want to in life. Please take the time to make your slide look like mine. All right, and then we've got our word cloud to go with the whole article again, and we've got our prompt up here in the upper right, and boom, on 47, we are going to spend our time writing until the end of this period. So maybe that's 2 minutes to go, maybe that's 20 minutes to go, maybe it's almost, my goodness, you just went straight through on this video, and here we are answering this question right now as best we can to the end of the period. I'll sort out who did their best job from their even better job. So please make sure you are trying your very best. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Good job.